This is my assignment for week 4. The popular culture media piece that I'm choosing to talk about is Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive. His co-hosts, George Janko and Mike Malak. Logan Paul is one of the biggest names in the entertainment and pop culture of today. And he started out on Vine and then worked his way to YouTube and then was on the Disney Channel for a little bit with his brother Jake. Now he is stepping into the category as a professional athlete with his boxing career and his stints in the WWE, as well as the NFT and crypto world. George Janko and Mike are two very big YouTubers who put out weekly vlog style content as well as being co-hosts to the show. Mike is a big advocate for mental health, and that's why I'm a big fan of him. And there are multiple episodes where the conversations get deep because of his backstory and what the platform means to him and how he can share his story on his platform. George is a comedian who brings humor to the group like no one else can, as well as a vlogger. And yeah, discussing how the media piece is connected to broader culture. The content on Impulsive is very relatable to everything happening in pop culture today and all over the world. The biggest thing is that I think the boys only episodes are always great because those are always the deepest ones. Mike, George, and Logan are normally touch on what's going on in the world and what's going on in the world between crypto and NFTs. They touch on any projects that they're working on. As of late, Logan's been working on this NFT project called 99 Originals. Before there was Prime Hydration, and they also connect on a broader culture whenever they hit on subjects important to them as well as their fans and all across the world in any subject of that being. For example, crypto, NFTs, and Pokemon cards, because those are important to Logan. Mike's hobbies or interests are eating cheeseburgers all over the world and reviewing them on his moderate speed burger scale. And George, that's comedy and traveling and making vlogs every week. They've had so many guests on the show, all of different groups and people that represent those groups. Big names from Bella Thorne, Machine Gun Kelly, Bryce Hall, Josh Peck, Jojo Siwa, tons of athletes, Dana White, Mike Tyson, KSI, Tyron Woodley, Ben Askren, George Masvidal, and Jake Paul, who's become the number one reoccurring guest, being that he's Logan's brother. The audience in this media piece, recently they had a live show in Columbus, Ohio, which is close to Logan's hometown of Cleveland, and they sold out within hours. This was the very first live episode, and the crowd came from all over the country, even the world, and the fans that got chosen to ask questions said that they skipped over their honeymoon going to Puerto Rico or somewhere in the Bahamas to come see Impulsive live. The fans of Mike, George, and Logan are well represented, and they all come together in support of the podcast. It is also shown in the content on Mike's channel as well as George's that fans come up to them and tell them how much they love the show all the time. I think there definitely is a fandom for Logan, George, and Mike, as well as the Impulsive as a group. When Logan was one of the biggest names on YouTube, his fandom was the Logang, and he opened every video with the same intro. And I found a video of a TikTok from Logan when he did the intro and then gagged like he was going to throw up, because that's just him showing how much he's grown and how he's different than 2017 or Vlog Logan. As the group calls him, Vlog Logan or Old Logan, or just the many different versions of Logan as he's come and grown up. Same with everyone in their group. The fans of these big YouTubers / entertainers have all have the chance to represent their brands with buying merch or just supporting Mike. His brand is built around the Night Shift, which is his YouTube channel name for his vlogs. George has had his Bubba Town merch, which was his brand, And Logan has Maverick Clothing, which was a merch and then turned into an actual clothing brand. And I've have 2 shirts and a sweatshirt of the Maverick brand, and it's very comfortable clothes. The role of this media platform and technologies played in production, distribution, and consumption of the media piece. Primarily, the episodes come out on YouTube now. There are clips on TikTok and Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and the consumption of this podcast is mainly YouTube. It used to be, I'm sure it's still on Spotify and Apple every week, but mostly it's YouTube because it is a visual podcast, and there used to be bonus audio only that would go to Spotify and Apple. I personally watch on my phone, my laptop, or my TV, streaming from the YouTube app or casting it from my phone on YouTube to the TV. The geographic reach of this media piece is mainly in the US. They do travel all over the country and are always traveling and still having episodes. They started this in California when Logan lived in LA, and then he moved to Puerto Rico. They've had multiple episodes in Puerto Rico. They have a new studio down there, and they've also hosted episodes from London, from Iceland, and from all over the world. Wherever the group was traveling to, they would make sure that they would get the content out. Sweden, they've hosted in Sweden, and that's how they impact cultures outside of the United States, which being London and Iceland. They had episodes with Logan's longtime rival KSI, as well as Tommy Innit, who's another famous Minecraft YouTuber. And now KSI is Logan's business partner with the launch of Prime Hydration. And the Iceland episode they had was to interview the actor who played the Mountain on Game of Thrones. My reference is right here. Here's the video.
Hey, good morning, Low Gang. What's poppin'? Oh. Hey, good morning, Low Gang. What's poppin'? Oh.